It's like watching football, which I liked very much and still may like if it is, or any sports game. I remember I think 2014 it was. I was living in Bali and I watched the World Cup. And I spoke with my dad on the phone in the halftime. And Germany was about to lose against, I don't know, Morocco or something. Um, and I was shocked. I haven't seen him for a couple of years, and he was so identified. I mean, he's not even really German. We are half Polish, but anyways, he was so identified with the German team. He was really angry. And I was like, Dad, I mean, it's just a game. And then I remembered I've been exactly the same way. We don't care, the ego doesn't care with what it identifies. My nation, my favorite sports team, my gender, my body, my looks, my sense of spirituality, non-duality, whatever. Happy self, miserable self, enlightened self, non-enlightened self, seeking itself. Give me something, just give me something that I can hold on to. That is myself. So if we wish to free ourselves from this bondage of the separate me, of the separate self, it's very important to see that this is not just an abstract mix of thoughts, feelings, perceptions, images, relations. It's loaded with me, with identity. On the level of belief and on the level of feeling in the body. If we want to be free of this commentating middleman, middle woman, we need to be comfortable, deeply comfortable with being nobody, being no thing. This middleman, middle woman is very smart. It can send us on a spiritual journey and deepen us in deepest non-dual understanding, while putting always a hook of new identity to something. I may let go of my identity of a businesswoman, of a mother, of a son, of a materialist, of a fan, but then maybe I become a yogi or a Buddhist monk or a satsang teacher. In our investigation, in our self-inquiry, we have to investigate and inquire where the last traces of identity find a hook in ourselves. Through radical honesty with ourselves, we have to be open to see if there is parts in me where there is still some sense of self in something, in myself, in my life. If we wish to live in this beautiful, spontaneous way, like the birds, it comes with a price. I'm sorry to say that, so to speak. We can't keep, on one hand, a sense of individual me identity, and on the other hand, be this free expression of consciousness. We will always remain a limited expression of consciousness if we hold on, attach ourselves to any form of being something or someone. And we may gain limited freedom and happiness. And that is wonderful. But eventually we may have enough from this commentating voice in our heads. And we may have meditated for 30 years to get rid of it. And we're standing on our head for another 20 years and God knows what. And that all has been very helpful along the way. But eventually, through seeing where the hooks to consciousness, me, connecting with name and form. I am this, I need that. That's just how I am. Please respect that I am just like this and that way. If we do not question such statements in our head or in our relationships, we keep investing in this identity. Questioning all those who and how I am openly, honestly. And what I need and what I don't need and all of that. truly being at least open for the possibility that what I am can function, live life, express itself every day without any identity, any me, anything that defines myself, that puts myself into a box, that consciousness can be free of name and form, free of definition, and from there, freed from this bondage, from these boxes, from these strings attached to consciousness, express itself in its most natural, beautiful, free form, like the birds. Like all of nature, like all of us, freed from those limiting, binding thoughts, feelings, connected to a separate illusory me that thinks without it, the whole life collapses.